I've been hearing a lot of idioms recently related to the I. So in today's lesson, I want to share some I expressions with you and explain what they mean and how you would use them in everyday conversation. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Moni and I teach you how to use English in everyday situations. And if you've been subscribed for some time, welcome back. It's great that you're joining me here today. So, if you've got your notepad and pen ready, then let's learn and practice 3 English phrases that use the word I. Okay, before we start, I just want to say that these phrases are quite similar when you hear them. My best advice is to learn the set expression word for word and try to remember an example sentence. And I'm only going to explain 3 phrases in this lesson so you don't become overwhelmed. Also, as always, there will be a review at the end of the video so you can practice the new phrases we've been learning in this lesson. Are you ready? Let's begin. The first phrase is to keep an eye on something or someone. To keep an eye on. To keep an eye on something or someone means to closely monitor or watch that thing or person, usually to make sure it stays safe. So imagine you're at a party and your female friend says to you, "Can you keep an eye on my bag while I go dance to this song?" She's asking you to make sure her bag stays safe and no one steals it while it's unattended. Maybe it's sitting on the chair. She's giving you the responsibility to watch it for a short amount of time. Last month I travelled into the city and there was quite a large protest happening. I'd say there were about 20 police officers standing by and observing. So I can say in this case, the police were keeping an eye on the situation and they were keeping an eye on the crowd. You can also keep an eye on things to prevent problems. So here are some more things you can keep an eye on. You can keep an eye on the time, which means to closely watch the time. Maybe you have an appointment or maybe you have something cooking in the oven. You can keep an eye on your spending, which means to closely watch what you buy, closely watch your budget. And you can keep an eye on your diet, which means to monitor your eating habits. The second phrase is to keep an eye out for something or someone. It's similar to the first expression to keep an eye on, but this one is to keep an eye out for. This means to be alert and watch for something that may appear. So imagine you are driving in a shopping centre car park with your friend sitting next to you and the car park is full. It's a Saturday afternoon, everyone's out shopping. You can tell your friend to keep an eye out for a parking spot. You would be asking them to watch the car park in case they see an empty space or they see someone reversing from their parking spot. Okay, imagine your neighbour has had something stolen from their front garden. Let's say it's a garden gnome and he tells you it's got a red hat and little round glasses and it's reading a book. It's very distinctive, right? You could say to them, "Oh no, that's no good. I'll keep an eye out for it." Which means that you remember to take notice of gardens in the neighbourhood in case you see it in someone else's garden. You could also probably tell them that you'll keep an eye out for anyone who's acting suspiciously in the street. The third phrase is to have my eye on something. So the difference in this phrase is have. Instead of keep, we are using have. If you have your eye on something, it means that you have seen something that you like and want you want to buy it at some point. It's something you have been admiring. So for example, right now I have my eye on a pair of white shoes for summer, but they're pretty expensive, so I think I'll wait until they go on sale. Okay, so let's review these 3 expressions. Keep an eye on, which means to watch carefully. Keep an eye out, which means to be alert for something. And have my eye on, which means to admire something that you plan to have or buy. You can also say, I've got my eye on. I've got my eye on a pair of shoes. Now, time for your review. Follow the instructions on the screen and I'll see you on the other side. How did you go with the review? If you'd like to know more about everyday English, then check out this video next. Thanks for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to present these lessons to you. As always, take care and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.